Your wife. I don't. No. I got my family.
Yeah, I understand.
Those ladies are very rude. You're in plenty of room.
What do you see today?
Whatever.
You will today.
Everybody looks so happy to be here. We're waiting on a few more people.
Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay, I might grab that. Okay, thank you.
He's facing me. Why are you facing me?
It's in the bag. I copied it.
Say hi.
Welcome to 2019. Happy birthday, Charlie.
Installing conductors will retire and prepare for installation of the state area and auxiliary officers elect. Stand up now. Worthy Secretary, you recall the names of the newly elected officers of the Wisconsin State Area and the position to which each has been elected.
Elmer Peck, Fond du Lac, number 270. Michael Myler, Madison, number 623. Donald Deonda, Manitowoc, number 706. And President Charlie Scheele, Waukesha, number 453.
My brothers, I have been informed these are the newly elected officers for the Wisconsin State Area. Are you satisfied with your choice?
We are.
Are you sure?
We are.
Officers elect, do you and each of you promise to observe faithfully the Constitution and laws enacted by the Grand Area and by the State Area, and to perform your civil duties to the best of your ability, to render due obedience to those in authority over you, and to deal justly and impartially with the members of this state area in conformity with the duties prescribed for its officers, and at all times be true to your God, your country, your neighbor, your family, and yourself. Officers, please answer. I will. It's not very loud. Of order and to promote its benign influence. That I will be steadfast and true in keeping this my obligation as an officer of the state area and all other obligations which I have heretofore taken as an officer or member of the Fraternal Order of Eagles. I do accept this pledge.
I do accept this pledge.
And will observe it.
And will observe it.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Area officers, please be seated.
Installing Madam President. I am proud to present the junior passport president.
She was doing that last night too.
Installing worthy president. I am proud to present the worthy state president, Charlie Scheele of Waukesha area number 453, and Madam State President, Sally Butcher of Chippewa Valley Auxiliary, number 2213.
Worthy State President Charlie and Madam State President Sally, you have been elected to the highest office in this state area and auxiliary. Much of the peace, harmony, and prosperity of the state area and state auxiliary will depend upon you as presiding officers. Your office is that of a goodwill ambassador, uniting the member areas and auxiliaries into a strong state area and state auxiliary by officially visiting as many areas and auxiliaries as possible during your term of office. You shall preside at all meetings of the state area and state auxiliary. You shall endeavor to treat each delegate fairly and use as impartially as you can. The powers vested in you. Act without fear or partiality. Be zealous, be prudent, maintain a well-balanced disposition so that you may always have the respect, esteem, and confidence of the members of the areas and auxiliaries in this state. The installing conductors will escort the worthy president and madam president to the station, to this station, and invest them with the badges of their office. I think we should give them a round of applause.
Good clapping.
and sisters, it gives me sincere pleasure to present to you your newly installed worthy state president, Charlie, and turn it over to him the gavel of authority.
My brothers and sisters, I have the honor of presenting to you your newly installed Madam State President, Sally Butcher, and I turn over to her the gavel of authority.
This concludes the ceremony. Hope you don't mind me going first. The going joke is that I have only 2 minutes, and so it keeps going down. Thank you all for coming. So the day has finally come. There are so many things to say and no time to say them, obviously. I'll do my best. A common refrain in our organization is family comes first. And without the love and support from my family, I would not be speaking to you today. I will list them in order so as to reduce the risk of screwing up, something I'm very good at. So please hold your applause to the end. First, my sister Marge and her husband Ron are the best cheerleaders you could ever find. Their children are also here. Dan, then Rachel with her husband Brian and their 4 amazing boys, and Janine, whose husband Anchor was unable to attend for work reasons. Your parents and grandparents have a lot to be proud of. Next, I'll give credit to my brother Bill and wife Sharon and their children. They cannot be here today, but he and his children taught me what hard work can do. After him comes my brother Don and his bride Karen. I say bride because even though they've been married for many years, by still holding hands after all these years, they show true love is ever eternal. Next is Paul and his brother, my brother Paul and his wife Christine. They were here earlier, but they could not stay for travel reasons. From them I learned the zest for life and how to live it to the fullest. Last of the siblings is my brother Don and his wife, who have raised my appreciation for the arts and humanity by their work and their wonderful children. On another note, today is Don's birthday. Conductor. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Don. Happy birthday to you. Oops, I gave him the wrong one. I told you I'd screw up.
I didn't realize you were going to come that quick.
That was me. I also have a little something here for my partner in crime, my able partner, Sally Butcher. Take it open, read it.
Oh, yeah.
Do I need tissues or do I need laughing or crying?
Depends on how you read
My friend, I love talking with you, laughing with you, sharing our stories, solving the world's problems. Oh, aren't they yours?
I made it up.
Dear Sally, best wishes to you and
And the auxiliary.
in the auxiliary in the ensuing year. Your friend Charlie Scheele, Wisconsin State President 2019-2020. And a little donation to kickstart our state project. Thank you very much, Charlie.
Oh.
Okay.
Thank you, Sally. I'm looking forward to working with you. I have 3 plaques. One person's here
and I don't ask him to get up because he is the grandfather here, he doesn't have to get up. And that's a gentleman I've relied on for advice and counsel, even though I don't agree with him all the time. It's still another voice to hear. And I'd like to present this plaque, if the conductor would be so kind to take this up. Fraternal Order of Eagles, Wisconsin State Area Grandfather of the Year, presented to Edward Duke Scheele, June 23rd, 2019. Duke, if you don't want it, we can take it back. Folks, stick around for pictures afterwards, by the way, while we're waiting. Moving to the Eagles, I am delighted to be working with Sally Butcher. I know together we will do our best to guide and support our membership to even higher levels. Incoming state officers, we will be here to lend our experience and knowledge to lighten your loads whenever you need the help. Congratulations to our outgoing presidents Dan Scheele and Sherry Johnson. Kudos for the fine work you and your state officers have done this year. Members of Waukesha and Chippewa Valley, would you please rise? We got a few here. These are the people who have given their love and strength to us in our task. Thank you. You may sit down. And to all the members of the State Area and Auxiliary, I dedicate this year to serving you in any way I can, for it is the people, not the leaders, in the daily course of working at all levels, who make our organization great. I'm extremely proud of you all. Thank you ever so much, Charlie Scheele. I have this thing that's marked Charlie on here. I'm so happy for you. My smile muscles ache. Congratulations. Now it's upward and onward to a great year. Fraternal love, Norm and Darlene Ziegler. You'll do great. Thank you very much. Very thoughtful. Appreciate it.
Before I introduce my family, I just kind of want to explain why we're all doing this. It has something to do with our state project. Can you hear me now? All right. The state project for the auxiliary side is Trinity Equestrian Center, their veterans program for PTSD. And so what we would like to do during this year, because you never know who's in the audience who may have PTSD and what triggers they have, so rather than clapping, we're doing the hand signals for clapping. So that's why we're all doing that instead of clapping. Yeah, I know, your big ears there. There you go. So I will introduce my family. My husband, I think this little stuff in here might be perfect for you. It doesn't bite.
One of the first questions from my Waukesha brothers is, you're making it to the meeting Tuesday. Oh my gosh. Baseball cap. Tackle. Hooks. All sorts of fishing stuff. That's great.
Now you have all the time in the world to do this. Well, not a weekend.
Now he needs a pole.
I can't complain about the bait. There's plenty of lures here. Thank you so much. That's very thoughtful.
Okay, now, state sister.
Back to be with my two stepchildren and my grandchildren through them. And I'm extremely proud of them. They went through some trials in their life, and they're coming out of it. They're doing fantastic. I'm really so proud of them, I can't say. And it's one thing to be a parent of children you have. It's another thing to be a parent of children you chose. And I'm really delighted. I chose Samantha, Guyette, and her friend Al, and Luke Siski and his companion Angie. Will you please rise? Every time we get off the phone, it's, "I love you, Dad." And that means a lot. Now that they need money, they don't have to go so far. Love you, kids. I believe that concludes our sessions today. I'm really thankful of people that made it. And I know, go back to your people, and next time when you come to an event, bring somebody new. I don't care if they, well, I do care, but I want them to be a member, or at least a prospective member, something that we can show people what we're all about. Thank you all for coming. Photos will be over on the side here. And looking forward to seeing you down the Eagle Trail. This concludes the 2019 State Convention. We'll have the mid-year November 9th and 10th, and it's Maryland. Thank you so much.